But let me take you to the Northern Regional Capital, Tamale, because the court has granted an injunction restraining Dr. Mahama Tia Kabiru from holding himself as a candidate-elect of the NPP for the Wale constituency. Correspondent Eliasu Tanko joins us with more on this development. Now, Eliasu, bring us up to speed on this matter.
Well, we know that in January there was a parliamentary primary that was held in Wale and some parts of the northeast region. And in that particular election, according to the electoral commission of that particular area, Dr.Tia Mahama Kabiru won that particular election. He stood against the incumbent member of parliament, Hajia Laribazuira to Abudu, and two others. At the end of the election, he was able to pull about 345, and the member of parliament, or the incumbent member of parliament, pulled about 338. Immediately after this particular election, the incumbent MP rejected the election results and filed a case at the Tamale High Court. As we speak today, the case has suffered a 10th fulfillment. However, the court has granted an injunction restraining KB Mahama, or Tia Kabiru Mahama, from holding himself as the member of parliament elect for the Wale constituency. What we are learning is that the member of parliament, or the sitting or incumbent member of parliament, is alleging irregularities and malpractice in the election. And so essentially she's calling for auditing of the ballot, as well as the electoral, the register that was used for the conduct of this particular election. And so today's decision is a landmark decision, because already there's an infighting, or growing infighting in the Wale constituency. The supporters are asking the presidential candidate, who is also the vice president and coming from this particular constituency, to resolve this particular matter. But ostensibly, this particular case, the vice president has not been able to effectively intervene in this particular matter. So today, essentially what it means is that Dr. KB Mahama cannot hold himself as the parliamentary elect for the Wale constituency. So
Eliasu, did the court order a rerun of the parliamentary primaries in Wale?
Not yet. The court have not ordered a rerun. Like I said, what we understand is that the incumbent MP is asking for the entire auditing of the ballot that was cast in this particular election, as well as the election register. This is what we the incumbent MP is demanding. But meanwhile, she asks that the court should restrain Dr. KB from holding himself as the parliamentary candidate elect for the Wale constituency, and that's exactly what the court has done today.
Right. So were the litigants in court today?
The lawyer for the parliamentary candidate elect, Dr. KB Samson Ladi Anyanyini, was in court, as well as the lawyer for the incumbent member of parliament, or if you like, the defeated member of parliament, was also in court, as well as the lawyer for the NPP, the New Patriotic Party, as well as the lawyer for the Electoral Commission. NPP, KB is actually the first defendant, the Electoral Commission is the second defendant, and the NPP is also the third defendant in this particular case.
So help me understand. So now the court is ordering the Electoral Commission to count the ballot again?
For now, it hasn't gotten to that, but essentially that is what the incumbent MP is asking for. The case is still in process. Today, the decision is that KB cannot hold himself as the, parliamentary candidate elect for that.
Yes.
So for now, he should hold on until the time that the decision will be taken by this particular court.
And the court did not provide a roadmap to resolve this matter, knowing very well that time is of the essence.
Well, there have been a lot of confusion in that particular constituency. Only a few days ago, there was a press conference that was held by the youth who are heavily in support of the parliamentary candidate-elect, and they are now asking the National Executive Council to intervene in this particular matter. Essentially, or apparently to them, the Vice President, who is the presidential candidate of the NPP, has failed to resolve this particular issue. In his own backyard, we had the party regional council of elders chairman coming out to blame the vice president for the confusion in the Wale Wale constituency. So now the youth or the supporters feel that the vice president has failed to resolve this particular matter, so they are calling for the intervention of the National Executive Council. As we speak, there's a strong division among the supporters of these two particular candidates. There's also a division among the executives because we have some of the executives supporting Tia Kabiru and other executives also supporting the incumbent MP. So there's totally chaos in the Wale Wale constituency as we speak. And from what we are seeing, the incumbent MP is not ready to back down on his particular decision to pursue this matter in court. And so there seems to be no end in sight to this particular dispute from what we are seeing coming out in the Wale Wale constituency.
And Eliasu, the reason why the vice president name has come out strongly is because this is his hometown.
Of course, and again, there's an allegation that because the incumbent member of parliament is her sister, it is very difficult for the vice president to intervene. Mind you, the parliamentary candidate-elect is also his technical advisor. Tia Kabiru has been the technical advisor of the vice president for close to 8 years now. So it looks like it's very difficult. Vice president has found himself in a very difficult position, for which reason he has not been able to effectively resolve this particular issue as the supporters wish.
All right, thank you very much, Eliasu Tenko, and we will probe further to understand the roadmap provided by the court to resolve this matter. Now that the court has directed that Dr. Mahama cannot hold himself as a parliamentary candidate for the Wale Wale constituency, so the ticket of the NPP. We'll have more for you in subsequent bulletins. But for now, get ready to witness the ultimate celebration of Ghanaian football. It's the 6th annual Ghana Football Awards. Experience an evening of unrivaled glamour and high-octane excitement at the Ghana Arena as we recognize and honor the best and brightest football stars in Ghana and Africa. Be prepared to reveal in an unforgettable night of entertainment and dazzling moments that will leave you breathless. Let's celebrate our stars on the 29th of June this weekend. A night that promises to be nothing short of extraordinary. Ghana Football Award is Football Impact Africa initiative powered by Activate 360 and proudly supported by the multimedia group A&E Mediacom, partners in Govu Mining, sponsors Safari Valley and Big Lake Sports and Game Lounge. Ghana Football Awards celebrating the stars of our passion. We'll take a short break. When we return, we've got a conversation on Petroleum Hub. We've got the Attorney General speaking for the first time about the ambulance trial in court and how his conversation, what it has done to his family. We have all that and more coming your way right here on the Pulse. Stay right there. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Pulse here on Joy News with me, Elton Brobe. Now we brought you that breaking story where a Tamale High Court has granted an injunction restraining Dr. Mahama Tia Kabiru from holding himself as the candidate-elect of the NPP for the Wale Wale constituency. Dr. Kabiru joins me on the phone for a reaction. Dr. Kabiru, good afternoon. Welcome to the Pulse. Your reaction to this court decision?
For having me. I just want to say that Ghana is ruled by rule of law, and we have the constitution guiding the moderation of the country or how this country is governed. The High Court has spoken based on the facts as presented to them by the plaintiff. We've also submitted our defense as the first defendant in this matter. My lawyer argued forcefully that the grant of such a relief interlocutory injunction will disadvantage me and will cause irreparable damage to my cause, as it were, in trying to represent the New Patriotic Party in the upcoming parliamentary primaries. The judge, in his wisdom, felt like the status quo needed to be maintained, and he didn't want to alter that. He gave his reason to the effect that he doesn't want the plaintiff to be prejudiced in the event that the status quo, as it were, prima facie, I'm the candidate-elect, or I'm the parliamentary candidate-elect, but he doesn't want to disturb the status quo in the unlikely event or in the event the plaintiff has a case. So he was maintaining the status quo. So we are still reviewing the judgment. We've asked for a copy of the judgment. We would look at it, we'll look at the reasoning in extenso, and then we can advise ourselves thereof.
So how does this affect your parliamentary ambition?
Yeah, I think for me, the judgment coming in place is a validation of a judgment that has already taken place, because the Member of Parliament filed this current motion. It first came as a motion ex parte, restraining me, restraining the New Patriotic Party, restraining the Electoral Commission from doing anything in connection with my candidature. Then we thought we were going to have out-of-court settlement. We laid back. We never wanted to take up the legal battle. We were involved in negotiation. This process tarried. In other words, we could not have a resolution after almost 6 months of engagement. Now we are back to court. The court has passed the judgment. For the past 6 months, my colleagues, elected parliamentary candidates, were campaigning. I couldn't do any of such because it would be in contempt of court if I were to disregard the pending motion and then proceed there to be campaigning. But now that the validation of that particular motion has now come in the form of this judgment, is affected. The New Patriotic Party is the loser in this case. I am the primary loser. The New Patriotic Party is the primary loser, and all those associated with the New Patriotic Party, and more especially the people of Wale Wale, who so much desire to have our representation.
My final question will be, did the court provide a roadmap to resolve this impasse so that the party can have a candidate in the forthcoming election? Yeah,
the court, just like any, court of judicature, they give a roadmap. Case management is going to be on Monday. Thereafter, the case will start in earnest Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, where we will have, if you like, an expedited trial. Then the ruling is going to be passed. Once the ruling comes on in the course of the week, or if there are witnesses we need to call, so the case will travel in the next 1 week. We are hopeful that the issues that will be set after the case management will be dealt with expeditiously.
So until the resolution of this matter, Wale Wale has no parliamentary candidate on the ticket of the NPP?
That is true, based on the court ruling.
All right. Dr. Tia Abdul, Kabiru Mahama, thank you so much for your time. And we'll follow this case to its logical conclusion.